How you guys doing this evening? Welcome to National Storm Center. So, I'm going to do a little bit of an update. Got the Doppler all set up. Going to do an evening update on the latest for tomorrow morning. So, thanks for joining. You can share this if you have people in the Northern California area like me. If you're in Tehama, Glenn, Butte County, Sutter County, Yuba County, might want to watch. So I'm gonna try to excuse me, going to try to get some of this out. So this is current view. Show a thunderstorm trying to develop right now near Red Bluff and Corning. Seeing some dark skies over in Oroville as I look out the window. It's pretty dark outside. So seeing some thunderstorm activity trying to pop up near Yuba City as well. So as we go on through the afternoon or the rest of the evening, you can see snow showers are staying pretty high, especially up near Redding, down on the foothills, pretty high snow elevation. So as we go in through the evening, you can see the thunderstorm here developing, snow showers still staying pretty high. But as we start getting about 8 o'clock, you can see the snow activity starts dropping. So especially up in Tehama County, so almost to 99. You can see the mix is right on the edge of the valley, and that is at about 8 o'clock. As we keep going in, let me zoom out. You'll start seeing some more showers around midnight, really coming into the valley. Some heavier precip around 1 o'clock. So it'll start light, and then it will really start being more steady and moderate. So at 1:30 in the morning, you can see the snow elevation is just about 20 miles north of Redding. Starts dropping a little bit below Red Bluff. Paradise is seeing snow at about 1:30 in the morning. Going to start really seeing some snow activity in and around. And it lowers. Grass Valley seeing snow. Places like Placerville probably going to see snow as well. Then as we go forward a little bit more, the snow levels really start dropping. This right here is almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Between an hour, and then you really start seeing that snow near the valley, especially near places like Red Bluff and Los Molinos. A couple spots, Doppler's indicating snow on Interstate 5, just north of Red Bluff. So staying pretty north of Redding in 299, start seeing that in 44. You really start seeing that snow as we start moving on. Even going outside of Chico, right at 32 and 99, you start seeing those snow showers right in Chico city limits. This is 3 o'clock in the morning. This is Highway 99. There's 32. Here's going up to Skyway. You will really start seeing those snow showers going up past the golf course. Okay. So on this end of Skyway, you'll start seeing that snow at almost 3 o'clock in the morning. By 4 o'clock, look at heavy snow showers in Redding at 4 a.m. Actually, 4:05 is right there, 4:05. Heavy snow. Start seeing that mix in Anderson. Same for Cottonwood. Almost to Red Bluff. Still seeing them in Paradise, just outside of Oroville, all the way down toward Loma Rica, Grass Valley, Auburn, seeing heavy snow. Almost into Folsom. If we look, there's Shingle Springs. Folsom is right here. Snow is right on the edge of Folsom at 4 in the morning as people are going to start going to work. By 5 o'clock in the morning, still seeing that heavy snow showers in Redding and Cottonwood, all the way into Red Bluff now. You'll start seeing Red Bluff, we'll be seeing snow. Paradise, Chico, even on parts of in Oroville. This is Highway 70. This is right close to the jail. We'll be seeing snow showers at 5 o'clock in the morning. Right on the edge of Palermo, near Loma Rica. Auburn, still seeing the heavy snow showers. Shingle Springs, right on the edge of Folsom again. So pretty much you could draw a straight line and see those snow showers. If it's once we zoom back out, once we go in another hour, you're still seeing them in Redding, down Cottonwood, in Red Bluff, even Corning now. By 6 o'clock in the morning, Corning is now seeing snow. Durham seeing snow at 6 o'clock in the morning. Chico is right on that edge, right where you can really start seeing that mix. But if you go all the way down 99, even Oroville, all snow along Highway 70 and the 149 interchange, all the way from 70 and 149 going up. That's all snow at 6 o'clock. Palermo seeing snow at 6 o'clock. Loma Rica seeing snow. It is almost to Auburn and Lincoln, right on that, right halfway between Lincoln and Auburn is right where that snow line really starts mixing, especially toward Rockland. You can see the mix right at Rockland. So as we go another hour, let me zoom out a little bit. We go from 6 to 7:30. Still seeing heavy snow showers in Redding. Here's the leading edge, right on the edge of Hayfork at about 7:30. And then clearing will be behind that. So as we go on to 7:30, still seeing them in Redding. Cottonwood, Red Bluff, Corning, Chico, Durham, Biggs. I think Gridley. I'm in Gridley. I'm forecasting snow first thing in the morning. Temperatures, it's cold right now. It feels like 40 degrees outside. It's going to get colder tonight. That's really going to help the valley snow situation. This is the latest update. So Biggs, Gridley, Palermo, Oroville, almost all the way to Willows. You see right where that line is? I think we'll start seeing a lot of mix in that area as well. So it's definitely something I'm going to keep my eye on through the overnight hours. I'll probably post another update. So make sure you like and follow National Storm Center. I'm the only one that runs it. So I put a lot of energy into posting these updates and paying for the software and everything, green screen. So show some support. As I go live, you'll get the notification if you follow. Okay? I've gained probably 600 followers today just from all these snow updates. So As we get closer, I think Auburn, and if we look back toward shingles, toward Folsom, I don't think we're going to see snow into the Sacramento metro. Okay. There's a lot that can change. You might see some mix, but heavy snow, anything like that, I doubt it. Yuba City, you can start seeing right here on the Sutter Buttes. We're seeing snow on the Sutter Buttes at 7:30 in the morning. So if you live in the Buttes, probably going to see some snow. And as the sun comes up, look toward the Buttes. You'll probably see a lot of white on it, okay? But especially in the Gridley, Biggs, Oroville, Palermo, Loma Rica, Durham, you're going to see a lot of snow, especially toward Richville. Snowing in Richville. Here's 162. Here's Four Corners in Butte City. That's right where that mix line is, right at Butte City. So there's going to be a lot of snow out there, especially Hamilton City, Chico, all the way up through Corning. You start seeing that mix. See the blue specks? That's a mix. So even Orland, right on that mix line. So make sure you give yourself plenty of time. If you have to go to work, give yourself plenty of time because the roads are going to be slick and there's going to be not that many crews out. You know, we don't get a whole lot of snow in the valley. So they're going to be, all the crews are going to be in major areas, probably along 70 and going up through Chico, because this is all going to be snow and it's going to be slick. There's going to be a lot of spin out. So if you're leaving Chico at 7:30 in the morning, probably going to be pretty slick. Okay. So it's going to be a lot of people that don't know how to drive in the snow. They're also the same people that don't know how to drive in the rain. But it's going to, a lot of people are going to see snow that don't know how to drive in it. So make sure you give yourself plenty of distance between you and the next car. It's probably going to be very slushy out there first thing in the morning. So as we go on from 7:30, now we're looking at 8 o'clock. Here's 8:13. Still seeing that heavy snow in Redding, Anderson, Cottonwood, Red Bluff, Corning, Orland. Still seeing that snow. And that's all the way through Hamilton City, Chico, Los Molinos, Magalia, Paradise, Durham, Richville, Oroville, just north of Biggs. Seen that mixed line? That's Oroville, Palermo, Loma Rica. The best time that you're going to see snow is between 6 and 8 in the valley, especially down south, Live Oak, Yuba City, Marysville. It's going to be right in between 6 and about 8 as that temperatures are the coldest. Starting to see that mix line right near Wheatland and Lincoln, Auburn, down toward Loomis. Same with Folsom. Can start to see that mixed line right near Highway 50 near Folsom. Right when you start going up through the mountains, start climbing, there's going to be a lot of mix. So, and that's at 8:15 in the morning. As we go up to the next hour, 9:30. Really light showers from Redding down through Anderson, Red Bluff, Los Molinos. You can start to see that line really start moving through. But we're still seeing them in Hamilton City. We're still seeing that snow mix in Chico, Durham, Magalia and Paradise still seeing heavy showers at 9 o'clock in the morning. Durham still seeing snow showers. Oroville still seeing snow showers. Not really seeing it in Biggs and Gridley anymore, but there's some leeway there. You can see it here. So Loma Rica is still seeing snow. Right on that edge is right where we're going to start seeing. So there's still a chance for the Gridley, Live Oak, Yuba City, Marysville. As that edge starts coming, temperatures are going to be allowed to drop because the sun's not all the way up and producing heat yet. So as we move through to the 10 o'clock hour, still seeing that those snow showers in and around Paradise and Magalia. The valley's pretty much going to be clear. It's going to be probably some clouds moving in, but there's going to be an edge. You're going to see the cloud edge. Might still be cloudy, but as far as precip, everything's going to be pretty much in the eastern part of the valley, moving up into the foothills by 10:30. And then we can start seeing that next wave really coming along the coast tomorrow morning. As we move in through tomorrow afternoon, still seeing some light snow showers up in the mountains. Valley's pretty much clear. Looks like maybe a chance of some thunderstorms and some clouds. Can see the cloud cover up in Chico and Oroville, Gridley, Live Oak, Yuba City. So you got some real cloud cover here in this darker. Doesn't mean that precip is going to fall from it, but more than likely it's going to be cloudy and cold. I don't expect a whole lot of heating tomorrow, as this is going to be the coldest air over us. It's going to be tomorrow. If you are just joining us and you didn't catch the first half, let me know. I will go back and I will recap for you. So if you type in the comment section recap, I'll recap everything I just said and start over for you, because I see our numbers have really jumped up in the last couple minutes. So if you need a recap, not a problem. I'm here for you. If you have any questions, type it into that chat right there. Make sure you have a question. You can ask away. I'll answer it. So a lot of cloud cover and fog in the valley. The fog is going to be from the snow and the heat. So this shows a lot of fog in the valley, that Thule fog. So as we go through tomorrow afternoon, starting to see some showers here and there. But the precipitation wise, not a whole lot for tomorrow. And that takes us all the way through tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. So any snow in Roseville? The best chance for Roseville, and I will be dead honest with you. So if we come through the overnight, you can see first thing in the morning that snow near Auburn. Okay, as we go through in the morning, not a whole lot. But it could be a chance. It just depends on how cold it gets. My Doppler pretty much shows Auburn and Rockland being pretty much as far, but Rockland isn't very far from Roseville. So if there's a chance in Rockland, there's probably still a chance in Roseville. Anywhere from Meadow Vista down through Auburn and along 49, you're going to see snow. You're going to see snow all the way along 49, especially in Placerville, near Diamond Springs, Shingle Springs, pretty close to Folsom. Folsom is going to be that mark. And if you drew a line from Folsom to Loomis. That's might be the snow line. Live Oak, has a good chance because it's going to snow in Biggs, and it's snowing on the buttes. So I think Biggs, Gridley, and Live Oak, I think we could get in on that action. I really do. It's going to be really close, but with how it feels right now in Gridley, it's only going to get colder tonight. So this model in my other program, if we looked at my other program that I took pictures from earlier, you can see, come on. You can see I took pictures of Oroville, Chico, the blue dot is Gridley, and if we look over, here's Live Oak, here's Marysville, here's Colusa, all along Highway 20 in Sutter, all seeing snow first thing in the morning. So there is a little bit of leeway between these two models. So this model really shows valley snow, and it's all the way down past Marysville, Yuba City. My other program runs a different model. It's a little bit different. So I'm kind of thinking there's going to be a little bit of leeway here and there between the two, especially because this one shows it all the way into Wheatland pretty much on the valley floor. So might even going to hit Olivehurst area. So as you can see, all along I-5 from Reading all the way down to Dunnigan, it's pretty much all snow. That's Williams, that's Willows, that's right at the 505. So this little road right here is 505. So it doesn't look like Woodland area. It's more the Dunnigan up. And then, of course, that includes Williams, that includes Colusa, because we looked over. So, let me put this one back over here. So as we're looking at here, it's pretty much heavy snow in Reading and Shasta County from 4 o'clock in the morning all the way to 8. That's 4 hours of snow. And especially this dark, heavy blue is heavy snow showers. So how many inches am I predicting for the Shasta area? I think you can get up near 3 inches with how heavy this snow. It depends on how heavy the snow is, and if it's going to stick for sure. So in 4 hours, you could probably see 1, 2, maybe 3 inches. If it's heavy the whole time, you could maybe see 4 inches. Well, funny thing is that I said it was going to snow today in the Reading area on Sunday, and it did snow in parts of Reading today, this morning. So using the exact same software that I'm using right there. So you can be a naysayer all you want. You don't think it's going to snow? That's fine. But this program said it was going to snow on Sunday for this morning, and parts of North Reading did see snow. And there was a line right through it. I have the pictures on National Storm Center with all the forecasts that were areas that were going to get snow. So it didn't matter if it stuck. I never said it was going to stick. I said it was going to snow. There's a big difference between snowing and sticking. But with this model looks better than Sunday did for today. So I think you're going to see some snow sticking in Redding. But hey, it's free country. You're free to feel however you want, but I don't have 30,000 followers for being wrong. So, just saying, be a naysayer, believe whatever you want to believe. I'm not mad at you, but so, like I said, Paradise, yes, Paradise will see some snow. As you can see, it starts snowing in Paradise. Here's the snow line at about midnight. You're not really seeing a whole lot of snow at 11:30, but by midnight, here's Paradise, seeing snow all the way through. Oh, we'll say almost noon. We'll say 11, because 11's right here and you're not 11:30. So, yeah, you're pretty much going to get about 12 hours of snow in Paradise. Easy. I used to live in Paradise, actually. When I was attending Butte, I lived in Paradise. My house burned. Every place that I lived in Paradise is gone. So, but I'm from Gridley, born and raised, and that's why my Doppler program has my name right here in Gridley. This is my Doppler station right in South Gridley. So, but any other questions, I'd be more than happy to answer. Like I said, appreciate everyone tuning in. I'm here to give you guys answers. So, not a whole lot of meteorologists sit and interact with people. I'm not a part of any media. I love weather, and I do what I do because I love it, not for the money, not for anything else. So, are you part? Nope, I am not part of any government. I am a storm chaser, but I am not affiliated with Skywarn, NWS, NOAA, nothing. I'm myself. I don't get told what to say. I don't get told what to do. I pretty much go by my feeling and my experience and my weather degree. And I pretty much tell people how it is. I don't have to say, well, there's about a 25% chance. I can say, you know what? I feel there's a better chance. Meteorology is one of them jobs where you could be wrong 88% of the time and still keep your job. But by my followers, I'm not very wrong very often. As you see, all my storm chasing videos, I pick an area from Northern California where I want to go storm chase, and I've been in 6 EF4 tornadoes with winds over 200 miles an hour in them, and documenting the damage. So if I can pick where a tornado is going to fall, I think I have a good chance of saying where it's going to snow. How much snow do you think in Paradise? Well, let me show up the accumulation total. We'll go from here all the way through. Let's get an idea. All right. Looks like accumulation is done loading. So let's see. So you can see all the heavy snow showers are up the road. So this is pretty much saying I see a lot of peaks. So that's about an inch. Which I think an inch is pretty conservative. I think an inch is pretty conservative. I think you might see a little bit more than an inch in Paradise. I think an inch is kind of undercutting it, especially since it's going to be 4 hours of snow. Well, 12 hours. It starts at about midnight tonight and goes all the way to almost noon tomorrow with snow showers. And so an inch is pretty conservative. So, I mean, you can see the snow, you can see the totals everywhere else. So I think, I think that's pretty, actually, let's do snow. Let's do snow. Let's do snow accumulation. All right. Stop. So this is snow accumulation. So this is 1 inch. Green is 1 inch. 2 is like 2.5. So this is saying pretty close to, let's see, that's about that shade of green. And you can see it right here. That almost looks like 2 to 3, maybe 4. So that looks like 4 inches of snow. This is snow accumulation. If I lower this down just a little bit. So, and that's showing under an inch in Chico, under an inch in Durham, showing snow in Biggs, but only about half an inch. Showing about an inch in Palermo. Oroville starts getting up into that inch, 2 inches. So if we go up toward Anderson or Redding, you can see Redding's right along that same, right here, about close to 3 to 4 inches in Redding. Same for Anderson, down toward Cottonwood. Red Bluff is right where it starts getting lighter. So but these are snow accumulations through tomorrow, which you can see this is over 24 inches of snow. That's 2 feet from now till tomorrow. That's 2 feet. So the green is right about between 2 and 4 inches. The grays are less, about an inch. So but if you guys have any other questions as we get in, I mean, you can even see there's Yuba City, here's Marysville. So you can see it's pretty close. The Sutter Buttes, that's 3 inches almost of snow on the Sutter Buttes. But going up, even look at Grass Valley. Grass Valley's up in the 6 to 7 inch mark. Here it is, 6 to 7. So 6 to 7 inches between now and tomorrow afternoon of fresh snow. And it starts getting, as you go up at higher in elevation, it gets more and more and more. As we look on Interstate 80 near Immigrant Gap and going up and over the Grapevine, you start getting these really dark purples that's like 32 to 36. That real dark purples are 32 to 36 inches. You can see them right here to right here, and then it starts getting into like the dark grays and the light grays, but the purples start at 24 and end at 36. And so it's going to be a lot of snow, and we still have to go into next week. We're going to see storms one after another all the way into next week. So we're not quite done yet. Even Mount Shasta, you start getting into these dark reds. This red here is 12 inches. This red here is 22 to 24. So you can see almost 2 feet of snow, 1 foot to 2 feet, just in the Mount Shasta area. Same with the Bernie along 299. You can see Bernie right here is right about 7 to 8 inches. And then as you go up and around the mountains, you start getting to 2 feet on the higher, in Mount Lassen. So snow next week, or nah, right now it's looking like rain. It doesn't look like, I mean, there's going to be snow in the mountains. Yeah, there's going to be snow in the mountains. I mean, they're forecasting in between this week and into next week as much as 12 to 16 feet of snow. And you can see these snow totals just in a day. So next week, more mountain snow. Valley, pretty much valley rain. It's warmer. It's not as cold. Whereas this one has a lot of cold air. When you look outside and you see the speckles in the sky, that's cold air. On the warm storms, you don't really get that. You don't get the speckling in the... Actually, let's take a look at that. Since I'm here, let's edit. Let's turn this off. Let's go current. Let's go visual. And come on. I have to do it before the sun goes down. Come on. Not going to load. Come on. You can do it, little buddy. You know what? We'll do it this way. There we go. All right. Now load. There we go. So you can start to see the speckling. See the speckling? That's cold air. Let's go to visible 2. All this is really cold air. The cold speckles, this is cold, cold air. and then the sun's going down, so it goes away. So you can see this really cold air is really starting to move toward us here in Northern California. And that cold air here is what's going to bring our valley snow in the morning. All this cold air that's sitting right off the coast, and it's moving right in toward us. That's what's going to bring those low snow totals and those really high mountain totals. You can see all this speckled cold air just right off the coast. That's moving right toward us. That's why from Sacramento north, right where that cold air starts coming in, we see snow. Everywhere below it, not as cold. So that has to do with how we forecast and how we think things are going to happen. But as we start moving forward into this evening, that's when all these showers really start coming in. It'll start off as a light rain, then by midnight be a little bit steadier, and by 2-3 in the morning it'll be pouring for a big chunk. And then as we start going into the later part of the morning, it starts changing over to snow. So make sure you guys like and follow me here on National Storm Center. I'll be doing updates all night, and I will probably be out and about first thing in the morning to catch some of these snow. So be doing some live videos and everything else from hopefully in the snow. Is this snowfall at? No, it's not Southern California. This is Northern California. So Southern California has a chance of seeing snow, but in the mountains, not in the valley. It's always way too warm. But with that, like I said, be sure to keep it here, like and follow. If you want to help out, you can become a subscriber. It's about $2 and I think 45 cents a month. All that just helps go toward keeping the lights on and doing everything. I put everything back toward the business, not toward my pocket. So that's how I pay $700 just for the software. So I have to pay a licensing because I'm live and I use it. So there's licensing. So if you want to help out, you can do that. I will end the feed. Like I said, keep it here and I'll keep you guys up to date with the latest forecast. And yeah, you guys have a good night. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you.